I have an entire chapter in the book called The American Beachhead. It's sad to say, a political party in the United States has been co-opted by a foreign power. And they were co-opted through a brilliant methodology. First, the Russians have this military and intelligence strategy for information warfare called meta-narrative framing. Its actual technical Russian term is perception management. They will build a framework of information around you where you will make decisions within their framework. Sort of like the Matrix, right?
Wow, this dude is giving up information about what's going on in America. So now we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about this. I need y'all to pay attention to this because this is a very important point. Because what this is going to lead to is conversations about what else is coming from the right and how it's being influenced by storytelling. Damn, it's being influenced by storytelling. We've been talking about stories and narratives on Giammi Journey for the last 5 years. Now this dude is coming out and saying this is what's controlling the country. Y'all need to tune in. All right, fam, after yesterday, I had to do some research because I was trying to understand what happened yesterday. For those that don't know, the date right now is 1/7/21-5, but yesterday was 1/6/21-5. A bunch of West Asians ran up on the not the White House, on the Capitol building lawn, broke in, sat down, had lunch, posed with robots, posed with all types of stuff. It was all types of madness going on, and I really couldn't. I'm sitting up here like, oh my God, we knew white privilege existed, but I didn't know that it existed at that level. Not one person got shot, maybe 4, maybe 15 people got arrested. They stormed the Capitol building, and I needed to understand, right? And I'm like, there's something here that we are not seeing, but when I came to discover that we at G&J.media have been seeing it and talking about it for a long time. So the guy that you just heard was a guy by the name of Malcolm Nance. Malcolm Nance is an individual that is involved in what's called the intelligence community. For those of you that's young out there and you don't know what the intelligence community is, that is people who deal with spy work. When you hear the term intelligence, we're talking about people that deal with spy work. And what he has pinpointed is that Russia, now, regardless of whether you believe in this or not, I want you to understand this. He has pinpointed Russia as the focal point of all of this, where all of this is coming out of. From Donald Trump being elected all the way up till now. In his book, he details how the Russians have, in a sense, infiltrated all of the groups in America, especially ones that's giving black folks help. This is the only reason I'm focusing on it, because he says the right has been basically compromised by Russian intelligence. And the method that they are using, because I want to look at this method, because this method is not only good for what the Russians is using it for, it's good for you and your life and us and our tribal lives. What do you mean, Brother Hatim? The method that they use, I had to write it down because it's long as hell. The warfare that they use is called meta-narrative framing. Meta-narrative framing, where they basically they put you in a framework to where the stories that they are telling can let them know or help you make the decision that they want you to make. So by telling stories, by developing memes, by putting out videos, by creating content, by flooding the internet, by hitting Facebook, by hitting Twitter, and telling the same stories over and over again in clever ways, they have been able to manipulate over 70 million individuals in the United States of America just by telling stories. Now, family, for those of you that might find this hard to believe, I want you to think about the stories that guide your lives. Many of us that have religions, we are guided by stories. Many of us that have spirituality, we are guided by stories. Hell, many of us lived our whole life being guided by a story that said if you go to college, you're going to come out, you're going to be very successful, and you're going to have an easy life. We have an American story. What the Russians are doing, they're using storytelling as a weapon. And my question to us as Gianni, to you that's watching me, that's trying to build your brand or trying to build your business, how are you using story? What story are you using? What story are you telling? There is a science, there's a warfare that is going on that people are using what they call narrative framing, meta narrative framing. And I want y'all to understand how powerful this thing is. It's powerful enough to have influenced the last election. Now, what they say is that they only need 20 to 30% to take over a country. They weren't even going for everybody. They went for a certain group. Many of us, with our message, with what we're trying to do, we're trying to get everybody. We don't need everybody. We need 20 to 30% of the group that we have. That's it. If you want to move forward, right? Once again, we talk about being a stubborn minority. You need to find your stubborn minority and you need to build up on that. But the question is, what is the story that you're telling? Here at Gianni Journey Media, we have been working on storytelling and being able to break down stories for a very long time. And we can help you build up your brand. We can help you build up your social media presence, and we can help you develop the story that you need for your business, right? And I'm also sharing this with you because I want to make sure that everybody that's listening to me is a thinker, because they say that this type of warfare only works on individuals that are not that smart. We ain't get caught up in this. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't pull on our heartstrings. But in many other ways, we have been getting caught up in meta narrative framing, right? So now I want you to develop your own meta narrative framing in your life. Check us out at Gianni Journey. We can help you with this. And this is Brother Hatim. Check us out on gnj.media. Also, if you want to support us, go to gnjmedia.support. It'll probably pop up right about here. All right. And I'm out. Watch what stories you listen to and watch. I want a picture of the white boy with his foot up on the desk right here, Cleve. I want that picture to pop up right here. And with that, I'm out. Watch the next video. Watch the next video. Watch the next video. No, I'm just joking, family. Family, thank you for joining us. Be sure to catch us on the next video, family. Peace. Watch the next video. Watch.